To highs returning to El Paso. Robert.
The heat is not done with El Paso yet. And what about the thunder showers? Will they return with a vengeance late Sunday night? I'm going to have your detailed forecast. And we're live on KTSM Plus. Your news starts right now.
You're watching KTSM 9 News First at 4. Starts right now.
Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you so much for tuning in to KTSM Plus, your first digital show. I'm Monica Cortez. All right, we're going to start off the show with developing news. Now, as we told you this morning on KTSM 9 News Today, one person was seriously hurt after a motorcycle crash in far East El Paso. Now, according to El Paso police, this all happened late last night, just before 11:30 at Pebble Hills and Joe Battle. Now, this was a look at the scene earlier this morning. Police do say that the motorcyclist was taken to the hospital with serious injuries. The Special Traffic Investigations Unit is looking into the incident and will, of course, make sure to keep you updated as soon as we learn more. And the El Paso County Sheriff's Office released a body cam video of deputies arresting a man suspected of drunk driving after he ran during a traffic stop. Check it out.
I'm gonna tase you. Get on the ground. Get on the ground. Get on the ground! What?
The Sheriff's Office says that this all happened around 9:40 p.m. Wednesday in far East El Paso on the 12,000 block of Montana Avenue. This is actually near Joe Battle. Deputies say they stopped Rafael Barul for a defective front headlight. Officials say the deputies smelled alcohol coming from his car. They go on to say that Barul refused a sobriety test and ran from deputies. He was later caught and arrested, and he is now charged with a DWI and evading arrest. Well, flooding continues to be a major concern in the village of Ruidoso. Last night, Ruidoso saw quite a bit of rain, so much so they saw another home being swept away. Now, you've probably already seen this video circulating on social media, but from what you can see, mud and debris are just scattered about after powerful flood waters rushed through the village yesterday. You can see that home right there just being washed away. High waters and heavy rain is what led this to happen on the burn scar area. Of course, our Diana Castillo is going to have so much more coming up at 5 p.m. Well, speaking of weather, the biggest question is, will Ruidoso get another round of rain tonight? And what's going on with us? Are we getting rain or are we getting relief? I mean, there's so much going on right now. Chief Meteorologist Robert Bett is standing by. Robert.
Well, you know this monsoon, Monica, it is an extreme one. And so we shall soar to triple-digit temperatures for the weekend. And then those thunder showers are going to hit us again Sunday night and especially Monday with a vengeance. So 96 degrees at the airport right now. We've got winds 5 miles per hour, dew point 43. It feels dry. It feels like a desert outside right now. Up in Ruidoso, yes, they had a round of thunder showers, but luckily today they had thunder showers in a place that would not flood that Rio Ruidoso. If we zoom in, anything to the east and south of town has no effect on potential flooding for that area. The burn scar area today has stayed absolutely dry, so no worry there. Now here's a quick look for tomorrow. Tomorrow should be the hottest day for a while with a high temperature of 102 degrees. When you walk your dog, maybe want to hold it at 5. It's still going to be a little hot. Now I'm going to have your detailed forecast. We'll talk about Sunday, those thunder showers returning, and a heavy rain threat on Monday. That day concerns me. All coming up in just a bit. Monica.
Robert, thank you so much. All right, I want to take you guys outside now using our tech stock cameras. This is what it looks like. I-10 US 54, things are moving quite smoothly in both directions. There really isn't a lot to slow us down. So if you're heading out at this hour in this area, it looks like a big 2 thumbs up. I-10 Paisano moving very smooth. And sticking with the roads, there are some road closures that you need to know about that may actually affect your commute this week. According to TxDOT, this week in West El Paso, North Desert and South Desert between Anthony and Red Road, there will be alternating lane closures. This is going to be from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m., so expect slower traffic in that area. Crews will be working on electrical and other construction work. And over on Trans Mountain from Monday, July 28th through Friday, August 1st, crews will be completing installation of guardrail on Trans Mountain Road heading westbound. The left lane will be closed from 1 mile east of the summit to half a mile east of the other summit. Traffic might be a little slower. And remember, you can always view the full list of these road closures by downloading our KTSM app right to your phone. Well, over to our border report. Cartel members fight for crystal meth sales, claiming the lives of at least 9 people in a matter of hours. Police are blaming a new surge of violence on these criminal organizations for the control of meth sales. The violence comes 2 weeks after the killings of 23 people in an 18-hour period. Authorities say it happened in areas where crystal meth is sold. Juarez Mayor Cruz Perez Cuellar spoke to reporters Friday morning, saying his city experienced a, quote, complicated night.
What happened last night is regrettable. We are analyzing what is happening. 20 days ago, the attacks were in the morning. Now it happened after 10 p.m. The issue of crystal was a factor in the homicides last night.
So far, Juarez has recorded 89 deaths or homicides in July as of Friday. Well, it's rare for sitting presidents to visit the Federal Reserve, but that's exactly what happened when President Donald Trump, he visited it on Thursday. In today's Political Minute, Mike Viqueira has details on the president's pitch to lower those interest rates and what comes next.
A presidential visit to the Federal Reserve. I'm Mike Viqueira, News Nation Washington Bureau Chief. On Thursday, President Trump toured ongoing renovations at the Federal Reserve's headquarters in Washington, D.C. Alongside was Fed Chairman Jerome Powell. The White House is scrutinizing the project, saying it's over budget. Trump is only the 4th sitting president in history to visit the Fed. The trip comes as Trump has criticized Powell for not lowering interest rates.
We would be helped if interest rates would come down, but we're going to see how the board rules on that soon. I'd love to see them come down a lot, but we have a country that's thriving.
However, Chairman Powell has taken a wait-and-see approach so far, saying uncertainty over how tariffs will affect inflation has prevented his board from reducing interest rates. The Fed is set to make a decision on those rates next week. I'm Mike Viqueira, and this is the News Nation Political Minute.
Well, EPCC kicks off a Power of Pink. We're going to tell you more about this incredible event partnering up between cosmetology departments and local hospitals. Plus, beverages are driving the fast food market right now. And McDonald's, they want to make sure they get a piece. Ahead, we're going to be talking about the Golden Arches new flavors. Thank you so much for tuning in to KTSM 9 News First at 4, putting local first. Welcome back, everyone. Well, in today's In the Comments segment, we are highlighting the Borderland area airmen who are helping Ruidoso during their time of need. So over 90 airmen from Holloman Air Force Base and Fort Bliss were sent out to help people affected by the devastation of the flooding going on in Ruidoso and the Mescalero Apache tribe. The airmen helped in multiple recovery efforts, including sorting and sending out clothing, clearing flood debris, and filling sandbags for residents. This is all according to the Holloman Air Force Base officials. They also go on to say that these airmen helped with the Mescalero tribal fish hatchery. They lost over 80% of their fish stock because of the contaminated spring water. And so, of course, we shared this news over onto our social media pages, and a lot of you had a lot of thoughts to share with us. So we're going to start off with Melissa Fismeyer, who says, thank you so much for everything that you all do. Bear Bruninger, I hope I said that right, says, we thank you for your service. United we stand. And Alice Gomez on Instagram, Gomez says, God bless you all and keep you safe. Guys, from all of us here on KTSM, thank you so much for your service. It's amazing work what you are doing, especially for our community. And of course, here we do value your opinion and we want to hear from you. Make sure you're following us on all of our social media platforms to make sure you're keeping in touch with us through the comments. Well, don't go anywhere, guys.
Your
This is
local weather
KTSM
authority,
News First at 4.
Your local weather authority, Robert Bettis, the Borderland's only certified broadcast meteorologist.
Welcome back, everyone. Okay, Mr. Robert.
All right.
So I feel like this is a personal problem, but I feel like
we're live.
Oh, that's true.
And
That's true.
live
and
on Facebook and live on KTSM Plus, our app.
Yeah, and on YouTube.
Right.
So okay.
Where aren't we live? And we're shooting it into space just to make sure.
Just in case.
Sure. Yes.
So I've been trying to get into my pool, but I feel like the conditions have not been right.
Right. How hot must you have it to get in?
I don't
102?
Ooh, I like that.
Okay.
Yes.
Done.
Yes.
Here comes the forecast for you. You're going to love tomorrow. Here's the misery meter. 24 days of triple-digit heat so far in El Paso. You know, compared to years past, not so bad. 70, that's the record number of triple-digit days set back in 2023. I keep that on the misery meter to remind us of real misery. Now, here are the high temperatures so far today. 100 Juarez, 97 for us, 99 Deming, 94 Las Cruces, and 95 Alamogordo, 82 up in Ruidoso. I'll have the official high temperatures later tonight for you at around 6:30. 96 is the temperature at the airport right now. We've got a wind at 5 miles per hour, dew point 43. Satellite radar composite just as expected. The monsoonal moisture out of the picture today and tomorrow as well. Yesterday I talked about the slightest chance of storms on Saturday. I'm totally removing that. I'm not expecting any thunder showers until Sunday evening. The problem is they're going to return powerfully and with a vengeance. And we get a surge of moisture on Monday that lingers on Tuesday. Monday is the day that I'm most concerned about for the threat of heavy rainfall. Here's a look at the Sacramento Mountains. It's been a quieter day. Of course, we have a ridge of high pressure. Anytime we do, it inhibits thunderstorm activity, and that is exactly what's happened around Ruidoso. They've had thunder showers a little bit to their north and to their east, but that won't flood the river there, so that's good news. Here are the winds. Expect them to remain fairly light tonight, anywhere from 5 to 10 miles per hour, variable in direction. Those winds tomorrow will be variable, light and variable, 5 to 15 miles per hour. And here comes your exclusive 9-hour forecast. High temperature goes to 102 tomorrow afternoon. Very hot, a couple of clouds, lots of sunshine, variable winds, a perfect pool day. There you go, Monica, your pool day. 7 for tomorrow on your allergy forecast, 8 the following day, and by Monday, a 9. Here are the low temperatures tonight. 66 Alamogordo, 63 Deming, 75 Juarez, and 73 for Van Horn. High temperatures tomorrow going to 98 Alamogordo, 100 Deming, 102 for Juarez, and 100 Van Horn. Tonight for you, Las Cruces, your low 65 with clear skies tonight. Tomorrow, high temperature popping up to 100 with a couple of clouds in the afternoon, a hot and dry day. 74-hour low tonight at the International Airport. Clear as well tomorrow, 102, partly cloudy. I see 0 chance of storm action for our Saturday. Now, that is not the case for Sunday, and it's certainly not the case for Monday. I'm going to have your detailed and exclusive 9-day forecast coming up within 30 minutes. You stay with KTSM 9 News.
Welcome back, everyone. El Paso Community College's cosmetology and nail tech departments, in partnership with local hospitals, are hosting their annual event, Power of Pink. Now, the event offers makeovers to cancer survivors across the Sun City, and today, each were treated to a hairstyle, makeup and nails, and a professional picture. This all by EPCC students. We got a chance to speak with the cosmetology coordinator on what this event means to them year after year.
I mean, it's an awesome event, I can honestly say, because we're talking to people that have been through a lot. So to me, it's awesome. You know, I feel like the students really engage with it, and it makes them, actually gives them practice of the hair and the makeup. So it helps them also get their hands on.
Oh, what a great event. EPCC says that this event started back in 2005, and it all leads up to their kickoff party happening in late September for Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and that comes in October. Wow, how incredible. Also, by the way, today is the last day to take advantage of an amnesty period for active warrants. The El Paso Sheriff's Office has been offering that amnesty all week long. So, if your name is on the county court's list, you will not be arrested while you resolve your warrant. To schedule an appointment, you can call the numbers you see right there on your screen, but if you don't call or show up, officers will look for you doing a warrant roundup. That roundup is expected to begin next Monday and will continue all the way through August 1st, so be warned. All right, well, that does it for us here on KTSM Plus, but don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this quick break. Welcome back to KTSM 9 News First at 4. I'm Monica Cortez. We start with the village of Ruidoso. Flooding continues to be a major concern for them, and last night Ruidoso saw quite a bit of rain, so much so it swept away another home. And you've probably already seen this video circulating on social media. Check it out. You can actually see that mud and debris scattered about after powerful floodwaters rushed through the village yesterday. You can even see another mobile home being just dragged away by the raging floodwaters, and this is all due because of the burn scar that is in that area. So every time it rains, this is what's going to happen for now. Our Diana Castillo is of course going to have a lot more details on the conditions in Ruidoso coming up at 5. Well, turning now to developing news we first told you about on KTSM 9 News today. One person was seriously hurt after a motorcycle crash in far East El Paso. According to El Paso police, this happened late last night, just before 11:30 p.m. at Pebble Hills and Joe Battle. This was a look at the scene earlier this morning, and police say that the motorcyclist was taken to the hospital with serious injuries. The Special Traffic Investigations Unit is looking into this incident and will of course have more information as soon as we learn more. Well, today, while the Texas Senate had their first round of 4 redistricting hearings, Texas House Democrats met with California Governor Gavin Newsom and Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker in their respective home states, and House Democratic Chair Jean Wu says they're trying to sound a nationwide alarm. State Capitol reporter Adam Schwager has the story.
State Senator Nathan Johnson and former Galveston Mayor Joe Jaworski have made it clear they're unhappy with the current state of the Texas Attorney General's office.
I think it is obvious that the office has been misused, abused, and not used for the good purposes that it should be devoted to.
The Attorney General is simply a consigliere for the Republican re-election machine.
Johnson is an attorney who beat a Republican incumbent to earn the position he currently holds in the Texas Senate. He says he wants to align the office's priorities with protecting Texans.
You need to be protecting people from crime. That's probably going to mean working with DAs around the state. You need to protect them from market abuse, scams, price gouging, just generally being taken advantage of. And you need to protect people from policy that's being driven by political corruption.
Jaworski has more than 3 decades of experience as an attorney and finished second in the Democratic primary for the same position 3 years ago. He said he wants to return the office to a consumer protection agency and help improve voter turnout.
There are people who are canceling votes because the signature's not perfect, canceling votes because you can't remember whether you gave your Social Security or your voter ID number. These kind of gamesmanship are depriving people of their voice. So a voter enhancement will look at the law and allow for the greatest capability for people to vote.
Whoever comes out on top after the Democratic primary will have an uphill battle to flip the statewide position to a Democrat, something that has not been done since the 90s. Both say they feel it's the right time to capitalize.
There are changes afoot, and I do think there's a way to win this election. And I think that between swings in national mood, between the stain that Ken Paxton has left on the office, between the complicity of everybody around him and going along with it, I think people are really, really yearning for an independent mind to get in there and restore the integrity of the Attorney General's office.
There's a great dissatisfaction out there, Dylan. And so what I'd say is, when you look at how many people are dissatisfied and you add to that an equal number, if not a multiple of that number, who simply don't vote, this is an opportunity for Democrats to finally coalesce around a message that is about solving problems rather than simply manufacturing re-election talking points.
In Austin, I'm Dylan McKim.
All the House Democrats say they're returning to the state tonight, and the House Redistricting Committee meets at 11 a.m. on Saturday in Houston and at 5 p.m. on Monday in Arlington. Well, in case you missed it, it's back to school in less than just 2 weeks. And the Socorro Independent School District is looking to turn the page on years of financial and administrative challenges. Classes begin August 4th with a balanced budget for the first time since 2017. All this was achieved following difficult decisions to lay off teachers and staff and to axe district programs, cutting back on campus and department budgets, among other cost-cutting measures. SISD will also look to finalize the appointment of James Vasquez as its permanent superintendent. This after it submits an application to the TEA for a certification waiver. Now, the district's progress has generated some optimism among teachers and staff.
However, like I said, they remain cautiously optimistic because they know that the insurance is going to increase, right? That's inevitable. The news about the surplus was positive, but again, there's things that have been pressing that need to be addressed and need to be worked at before teachers start, any type of really celebrating.
Now, district officials say that while these are all positive steps, they're still facing some challenges like restoring the district's financial reserve and dealing with declining enrollment and increasing costs. And the Opportunity Center for the Homeless in South Central El Paso is expanding shelter space as demand for housing grows right here in the Sun City. The center has been working to expand its services, including the renovation of their Women's Resource Center. And yesterday they opened a new wing that will offer more privacy along with access to recovery programs, healthcare, and housing assistance. The Women's Resource Center is one of 4 major projects the Opportunity Center is working on to meet growing needs, a trend they say has continued since the pandemic.
The need within our community far outweighs what resources are available to them. And so this is our way of moving forward.
Other projects for the Opportunity Center include new beds for veterans, elderly men, and people facing chronic homelessness. All right, let's take a little break from all this weather and kind of talk about, all this news and talk about weather, because I think that's going to be the headline this weekend. And Chief Meteorologist Robert Bett is standing by. Robert, you told me we're not talking about rain, but something else that's returning to the Sun City.
It's the headline that's the headache. 102, our high temperature tomorrow. We thought, gosh, aren't the triple digits done with us? No, they're not. In fact, we'll talk about the heat this weekend. And then the following weekend, we could see those triple digits roar back. So we'll look at a live image in Ruidoso right now. 75 degrees up there, winds 13 miles per hour. It's dry, no major thunder showers, no flooding of that Rio Ruidoso today. They did have storms in the area, but you could see that thin band of storms is well to the east of the Sacramento Mountains. We've dried out, and we're going to stay dry until Sunday night, and then those thunder showers could get pretty strong on us by late Sunday. Up here in Ruidoso, no problems at this point. All of the rainfall has happened to their north and east. As long as that rain comes down to the east of Ruidoso, they don't have an issue with flooding. Here is a quick look ahead. Tomorrow we bounce up to 102, 99 on Sunday, thunder showers returning, and then the threat of very heavy rainfall out of some storms on Monday. That day concerns me. Your full forecast is coming up in just a little bit. Monica.
Robert, thank you so much. Well, in today's Consumer Watch, drinks, they're the new focus of fast food restaurants. McDonald's just announced that it'll be bringing new coffee drinks, refreshers, and flavored sodas to 500 restaurants this summer. And it's not the only fast food chain racing to quench the thirst of Americans. NBC's Emily Aikita joins us now with those details.
The brand, famous for its burgers, nuggets, and most recently, snack wraps,
Please thank these people for bringing the snack wrap back,
is now hoping to make a McMajor splash in the beverage industry, announcing a new lineup of drinks at select stores, including creamy vanilla cold brew, strawberry watermelon refresher, and Sprite Lunar Splash, in a colorful attempt to catch the eye of younger generations in particular.
Well, one of the things going on is consumers are not eating 3 full meals a day. They're a little bit more likely to get a beverage.
Jonathan Mays is the editor-in-chief of Restaurant Business Magazine and says a fan favorite, so-called dirty sodas, popularized on social media and reality TV.
My soda order is very specific. 44-ounce sparkling water with sugar-free coconut, sugar-free vanilla, sugar-free raspberry, sugar-free pineapple, and coconut cream. chef's kiss.
It's not McDonald's first go at the beverage biz. Despite long lines initially for its drink-focused spin-off Cosmix, it closed all of the stores this year, instead bringing some of those sips to its existing McDonald's locations as other companies mix up their own summer menus.
I think I know what you're really craving. A strawberry daydream refresher.
Dunkin' Donuts partnering with pop star Sabrina Carpenter to launch its new summer beverage, while Taco Bell adding mocktails called Refrescas to its menus nationwide, and Chick-fil-A and Wendy's also not missing a beat with their own cold creations. It comes as inflation-weary consumers who have pulled back on spending at some major chains are still hot on specialty drinks, with sales at beverage and snack-focused restaurant chains up more than 9.5% in 2024.
Beverages are much more profitable than selling hamburgers or fries. And if you can get people to come in a couple of times a week for a beverage, that is a big win for a restaurant chain like McDonald's.
And that was Emily Aikita reporting. Coming up, police are looking for the people who attacked a disabled man while he was playing Pokemon Go. That story is next in our comments segment. Thank you so much for tuning in to KTSM 9 News First at 4, putting local first.
Welcome to Epic Discounts by BestReviews.com. I am Ashley Howard. I want you to take out your phone and scan the QR code and get ready to save big. Today's lineup is just going to blow you away, so let's jump right in. First up, the Ninja Creamy Ice Cream Maker. If you've ever wanted to create your own ice cream, sorbet, or gelato at home, this is the machine for you. Just freeze your base, pop it in, and enjoy rich, creamy frozen treats in minutes. We tested it in the Best Reviews testing lab, and it is clear to see why everyone on social media is just raving about it. Let's keep enjoying that summer weather with the sounds and sights of the outdoors with the Net View by Bird 5 Smart Bird Feeder. If you are a bird lover, this is a must-have. This innovative bird feeder uses AI technology to identify over 6,000 bird species, sending you a notification every time a bird visits. It also features a built-in camera so you can watch the birds up close to your smartphone. Next, the brand new Apple iPad Air 11-inch, powered by the M3 chip. Built for Apple Intelligence, it includes 256 gigabytes of storage, Wi-Fi, a 12-megapixel front and back camera, Touch ID, and all-day battery life. It's light as a feather and powerful enough for creative pros, students, and everyone in between. And speaking of those students, parents of the high school class of 2025 or current college students, many colleges want that first tuition payment by Friday. If grants or federal loans don't cover everything, scan the QR code or head to money.com to compare lenders and start the application process. Most students apply with a parent cosigner to lock in lower rates. But here's a detail that parents are going to appreciate. Once eligible, your student can apply for cosigner release, which takes your name off the loan. You can fund up to 100% of school certified costs, tuition, housing, even books with no application fees. Visit money.com, click the banner, and finish the 3-minute application and lock in your rate before the Friday deadline. Let's get a look at all of our products and services for the season. Head to epicdiscounts.com or scan the QR code on your screen and get ready to scan, shop, and save with Epic Discounts by Best Reviews.
Financial fraud.
Two shot? Oh, okay. Okay.
So the way they were handling in the segment that I watched, it was like she was finishing her weather hit.
Your local weather authority, Robert Bettis, the Borderland's only certified broadcast meteorologist.
Welcome back, everyone. All right, Mr. Robert.
Yes.
So what's going on in the weather world? I feel like you've been crazy busy forecasting the weather in Ruidoso, and so now my question is El Paso.
Can I tell you an off-the-record, unscientific, did you hear me? Unscientific, not related to science or data, Robert's opinion.
Oh my gosh, I love that.
Okay,
Yes.
if we get a windy season that has incredible levels of dust, as we did this year, I've noticed the monsoon gets stronger and we get a lot more rain.
Really?
We're going to look ahead into the future.
All right. I'm going to write this down 5 years later. We're going to look at the data.
Just Robert's little side note of
I
watching
love it.
stuff.
I
Okay.
love it.
Happy Friday to you.
Oh my gosh, I'm so happy.
Yeah. Yeah, we all are.
Almost the weekend.
Let's take a look at what do we have here? The current conditions at the International Airport, 96 degrees right now. Dew point at 43. It feels very dry. Feels like a desert. This is very normal for this time of year. We are going to get our moisture back, but we're going to have to wait until Sunday to do it. And after a hot day on Sunday with a high temperature of 99 degrees, I do expect that the thunder showers that evening could get fairly strong on us. And I'm putting in a threat of heavy rainfall on Monday. I'm watching that day closely. That day concerns me very much. 94 Las Cruces, 95 Alamogordo, 99 so far Deming, and 100 so far today for Juarez. A look at the satellite radar composite. Very dry. A dry slot has moved in to western New Mexico and over a good chunk of the borderland. It's pushed all of these thunder showers well to our east, basically east of the Sacramento Mountains at this point. Ruidoso had a couple of spotty showers and thunderstorms south and east of the town on the eastern slopes there of the Sacramento Mountains. A couple of little spotty sprinkles around Cloudcroft. And that's about it. It's going to be a beautiful night tonight. Clear skies, light winds, variable 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tomorrow, variable winds 5 to about 15 miles per hour. They will feel hot, however, in the afternoon as we climb to 102 degrees. Here comes your exclusive 9-hour forecast for your Saturday. The weekend is here. A couple of clouds. 102 the high temperature, very hot, and 99 on Sunday means that day's going to be hot too. Allergy-wise, not so good. It's starting to climb back to bad again. 7 for tomorrow, then 8, and then back to 9. Low temperature tonight for you, Las Cruces, 65 degrees. Clear skies tonight, light winds tomorrow, popping up to 100 degrees even for you as this big dome of high pressure settles in. 74 low temperature tonight at the International Airport. Pardon me, 102 high for tomorrow. Only KTSM gives you 9 full days of weather. Here come the thunder showers on Sunday with a high temperature of 99 degrees. I'm putting in a heavy rain threat. Now that means the moisture levels mid-level, the amount available to produce heavy rainfall surges on Monday. It actually extends into the early morning hours of Tuesday. We'll see another round of thunder showers Tuesday night with a high of 93. Then that moisture thins again. Partly cloudy skies Wednesday, 95, 98 Thursday, and it looks as though another dome of high pressure forms again for the following weekend. 101 Friday, potentially 102 Saturday with some thunder showers on Saturday. Monica.
Robert, thank you so much for that. All right, let's go ahead and take you outside using our TechStock camera. So this is I-10 US 54. Man, our El Paso is starting to look very green, but if you look at the traffic, it's looking really nice too. And if this is your commute, it's very smooth. I-10 Trowbridge, a big 2 thumbs up. Well, in today's In the Comments segment, we're talking about a sad and disturbing story. So police are searching for an individual or individuals who allegedly assaulted a man at a park while playing Pokemon Go. This is all according to his family. Now, the family says this man right here, Christian Kelsey, had his phone stolen and was allegedly beaten up while playing Pokemon Go at a park in El Paso. Kelsey suffered major injuries to his mouth, and he might even lose his front teeth. This is all, again, according to his family. Kelsey is a severe traumatic brain injury survivor, and he is also disabled. Of course, we shared this story to our social media accounts, and many of you guys had thoughts you wanted to share with us. Norma Diaz, she says, hope justice gets served for those guys that did that to him, and because they had no right to do that to him at all. And on Instagram from Ramtak33, they say, KTSM, is there a GoFundMe to help him with his dental surgery? Ramtak, you know what? Great question. And the answer is yes. We do have that link up on our website. You'll find his GoFundMe if you want to go ahead and visit that. That's on KTSM.com. And I just hope you know that everyone here on KTSM is wishing you a speedy recovery, Kelsey. And we, of course, love your opinion here on KTSM. And we want to hear more from you. So, guys, make sure you're following us on all of our social media platforms to keep in touch with us through the comments. All right, well, don't go anywhere. We're going to be right back after this quick break.
Sponsored by OneSource Federal Credit Union.
When your kids are little, parents make all the decisions for them. But as they get older, letting them make decisions will allow them to make better choices. Here are a few ideas to get started. Allowances and spending plans. Allowances are the first step to understanding written spending plans and budgets. With guidance, managing allowances in childhood, children can become financially responsible adults. Earning money. When children learn that money is earned and does not come free, they learn to appreciate it more. Early training when earning small amounts of money, like doing chores around the house, for example, provides a foundation and understanding that work and money are connected. Money responsibility. Successful money management includes keeping records of money spent. Kids should know how much money they have and how much money they've spent. At OneSource, we have Kids Account to help them get started. We have our SuperSource Kids Club account, ages 0 through 10. And our Stash and Cash Teen account, ages 11 to 17. So start your kids at a young age and teach them about money. We want to see all of our members, young and not so young, succeed. Why? Because we're OneSource. Of course.
Financial Fridays, sponsored by OneSource Federal Credit Union.
Shooting was believed to be stolen.
What is that?
Here's a last look at the forecast. Tomorrow, high temperature 102 degrees as high pressure surges. We're going to be storm free for Saturday, but Sunday rolls around, and by Sunday night, here come those thunder showers. Brief heavy rainfall and a heavy rain threat extends through Monday. High of only 90 degrees with a surge of moisture. 93 on Tuesday, lingering thunder showers with brief heavy rain. And then we'll have a slight chance on Wednesday. Thursday and Friday looking dry at this point, and 102 by next Saturday. Monica.
Robert, thank you so much. And here's a quick preview of what's coming up at 5. So village officials at Ruidoso, they say recovery costs are climbing very fast. And our KTSM 9 News reporter Diana Castillo, she explains the critical need for long-term funding. And a growing problem in Las Cruces, juveniles accessing firearms. This is a challenge that Las Cruces police chief says has not gotten better. Jesus Baltasar explains why many choose to use stolen guns to commit crimes. Well, that's all coming up in just a couple of minutes. That's it for me. I'm Monica Cortez. See you all tomorrow. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Hair and wardrobe provided by
Yes, I can hear you.
Yep, I can hear you guys.
Year in which 3 teenagers were killed and in which
Oh wow, it's not cloudy anymore.
Is that your outfit for the Beyonce?
Yes.
That are used in these crimes remains a challenge he doesn't believe has gotten better. 321. Now, Las Cruces' police chief Jeremy Story tells me preventing juveniles from accessing firearms which are used in crimes like these remains a challenge that he doesn't believe is getting better. That is